le bege o whai ki rea. Ki be o le ko lea whakatonga. Ka ke o lea mai whiwhia ke ku whai. Talo ku tupu hake. Nea pena e whalau mai ka au. Keri, aiki ke poto le whakatonga. Ka ea aho. Ke lava tū o lea. Ka ahoni, hoki tū i a lea mea. Today, on my way here, after having 14 days of quarantine, I spoke to Fusi and I said, I don't think I'll be able to talk today. When I was in quarantine, it just felt unreal that what's actually happened today. I couldn't get it through my mind that she's actually passed. When Fusi first rang and told the bad news, the week before then she already told me that Mum was sick and she was sick bad. That Monday she called and I saw the phone call ringing on the side of my bed. I looked at it and I didn't answer. I had a bad feeling something's happened. My wife even got the phone call. She looked at me and started crying. I said, don't look at me. And I could just feel that it's happened. When I finally could get the heart to face my sister's voice telling me the bad news, I couldn't stop crying. I felt like a little baby crying as much as I did, and my kids never seen me cry before. But it's just something I couldn't handle. Sitting there, and I wasn't expected to talk tonight, I could just see my mum looking at me going, Pulelulu. So I had to get up and say something. The couple of days when I got off the phone, when I was talking to her on the phone, and I said to her, Mum, I'm coming now. Don't say anymore, I'm coming, I'm gonna book my flight. And she looked at Fusi and goes, tell him to don't come. I don't want him to come or I'm gonna get more sick. I'm gonna die. I said, you only got two options. I come now or I come when it's too late. It was a hard decision to make because of what's going on and sitting in quarantine for 14 days. With the amount of time that I have to sit in there, with the amount of time that I have to go back and sit in another 14 days in quarantine. Let alone coming to see her today and leaving my own family back in Australia. But I know that nothing in this life could be worth what this lady's done for me. I had to make sure that I was here, no matter what. It cost almost $8.5 for me to be here and go back home. And I had to weigh it up if it was worth it. But as my sister got off the phone with me and she said, Money, you could always go back and work for it. But you will never get that time back. And that basically, that was the icing on the cake for me. The next thing I did was tell my wife, please book my flight straight away. But there was a whole process to it. You had to send an email and hear back from the embassy about it. And every day that I was waiting for that, I would argue with my wife and I said, what the hell are you doing wrong? Hurry up and get this thing, I need to go see my mom. And every day my wife will cry and I'm trying my best. But that was just the anger that I had inside of me. And I was trying to take out my frustrations on her. But today, I'm finally here to see her face. And it's all worth the wait. But I wish I had that last goodbye with her. But I'm happy to see her here. Happy to see how beautiful this place is. I can see her smiling down. She was a real big church lady. I couldn't understand that. Growing up, I always see her doing a lot of things for the church, going out of her way for doing these things more than she would spend time with her own family and kids. But that was something that she loved. And I think there was this church thing that she had, and I heard about how much money that was going into it, and I couldn't get my head around it. I go, what's all this money for? She goes, that's for my church. I said, that's a waste of money. What are you getting all that money for? What's that church gonna do? She goes, but are you going to go work for this money, or am I working for my own money to get to the church? So I said, yeah. And that's who she was. She didn't work. She worked all this way until she's here, lying in her own coffin. Nobody could do anything. She did it all on her own. She didn't ask nobody for nothing. That's just a strong lady she was. But just today I wanted to get up and say something I wasn't supposed to, but I could, like I said, I could see my mum just looking at me, telling me to come stand up and say something.